Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Liverpool versus Manchester City in the Premier League table right now. This video is going to be made right after the Liverpool game. I just finished watching the game. A decent performance, 5-0 against Huddersfield. Liverpool obviously played really well, but then Huddersfield are obviously a very, very poor side. No offense to any Huddersfield fans, but when you looked at Huddersfield play, you can kind of tell that they're a team that's like going to be relegated, or they already are relegated, right? So we're going to be looking at the starting lineup. We're going to be talking about the specifics of the team and how the game went. So we have the starting lineup of Alisson, Robertson, Van Dijk, Lovren, Alexander-Arnold, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Keita, Mane, Sturridge, and Salah. So obviously Mane and Salah just causing a havoc as they normally do. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold as fullbacks were playing very well as well, you know, overcommitting when they needed to. That's like Liverpool's play style, right? Pass it to the wings, exploit it to the sides, cross the ball in, score those goals, right? Now, one thing I want to bring up for this game in regards to things that you notice and things that obviously definitely make a difference in Liverpool's team. I need to put my glasses because I can't see anything. That definitely make a difference in Liverpool's team is the absence of Roberto Firmino in the team. So we obviously had to use Sturridge in this game because Roberto Firmino had like a muscle problem the other day, so that's why he did not start this game, nor was he on the bench. And to be honest with you guys, we don't necessarily have a striker replacement that is similar to Roberto Firmino. So, you know, rocking with Sturridge isn't necessarily the bad thing. Sturridge, how am I going to explain Sturridge? I think Sturridge is a good player. I don't think that he's there anymore. You know what I'm saying? He has to be a player that has to play consistently in a team for him to start performing well, so on and so forth. But sometimes injuries kind of stop the guy from consistently doing well. But in this game, you can definitely tell that they were missing the presence of Roberto Firmino, although Salah and Mane obviously played pretty well. Wijnaldum had a pretty decent game. Keita with the very, very quick goal in the beginning of the game. I think they said officially that it was 15 seconds into the game. Right off the bat, you knew that Huddersfield was... It was just lazy play, right? The guy gave away the ball really poorly. I forgot who it was that went on the ball really quickly and then passed the ball off to Keita, and then Keita with a shot to the bottom left. But obviously very, very poor play by the Huddersfield player. Again, they didn't really play that well. There's not even a player in the team that you're like, yo, this guy is a very, very good player. Or, you know, he's like, some teams have that one or two players that are just like, yo, this guy's actually pretty solid, but you just don't really notice it too much with Huddersfield's team. If I'm not mistaken, I think Huddersfield is the one that actually has Aaron Moy as their midfielder, so I didn't see him playing this game. I could be completely mistaken. I always confuse him with Brighton sometimes. But I actually feel like he is a Huddersfield player, so I guess he's injured. He's probably a big presence missing there. Probably a player that's going to be transferred as well. But in regards to the overview of the game, Naby Keita with the first goal, Sadio Mane with the second goal, Andrew Robertson with a quality cross into Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane has very good heading. His heading accuracy and the power that he puts behind the ball to head the ball into the back of the net is very impressive. He's actually very, very good in the air. A very good goal. Mohamed Salah with the third goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the assist. Salah with the chip right over the goalkeeper. Sadio Mane with the fourth goal. Another headed opportunity. And then Mohamed Salah with the last opportunity where Andrew Robertson did a really good job of holding the onside position. Nice little pass to Salah, which, to be fair, the goalie didn't even look like there was no, I don't know, it didn't look like there was any effort from the goalkeeper to even try to get it, but it is what it is. Sadio Mane and Salah are both joint top goal scorers in the Premier League right now. I think they both have 21 goals. I'm not sure who would be leading in regards to assists, but that's obviously a fantastic thing for Liverpool as a club and for those players in general. Who will make it on top at the end of the season? We don't know, because Man City's yet to play, right? Aguero's up top, Aubameyang with Arsenal. I think they also have to play this weekend too, so we'll see how that worked out. In a general sense, the first half, Huddersfield started playing good, or they were playing good in the first like 15 minutes of the game, and then kind of afterwards they kind of like died down a little bit. But in a general sense, the game was kind of like, the best way to explain it was like it was generic, right? Like you kind of, the way this game was going, you kind of expected Liverpool to win 5-0, right? Because Huddersfield just played really, really poor. And again, no offense to Huddersfield fans, but it just wasn't impressive whatsoever. So, in regards to how the league is actually going, right now, Liverpool is obviously in front. They're a game ahead of Man City by 2 points. So Man City, we pray to God that Man City either gets a tie or a loss to one of these teams. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see it happening with Manchester City, but anything can happen in football, right? So with Liverpool, 91 points, Manchester City on 89 points. Let's see the remaining fixtures. So Liverpool will still have to play against... Let's check out these teams. So they're going to be away to Newcastle, which is a possibility to lose, and then they're going to be home to Wolverhampton. Obviously, the Wolves game is going to be a very difficult game because Wolves has been doing a fantastic job against the top 6 sides in general. So that's going to be a very difficult game. And that being the last game of the season is going to make it equally as hard. And then it's 2 difficult games because 1, Liverpool's going to be away to Newcastle, right? And then 2, it's going to be Liverpool at home to Wolves, right? So those are going to be some difficult fixtures. Manchester City, I believe, has 3 fixtures, obviously, because they didn't play this weekend yet. They're going to be playing on Sunday, I believe. They play away to Burnley. I feel like that actually might be a difficult game for them because Burnley's a super defensive side, but Manchester City is very good at breaking down super defensive teams. So we'll see how that works out. The next game will be somewhat difficult as well. Manchester City versus Leicester City. Leicester City is obviously going to be trying to compete, or they're going to be trying to compete for the Europa League, trying to get that 7th place spot, right? So with Manchester City at home, they usually play pretty well at home, so I can't really fault them for that. Burnley, if you guys have us, that'd be great. And then the last game they play is against Brighton. And Brighton, depending on how the rest of their results go, they might depend on that last game a lot against Manchester City. So it'll kind of be like when Manchester City won the league against Manchester United back a couple of years, where Aguero scored the last-minute goal. QPR was in a similar situation where they could get relegated depending on other results. So if other results happened the way that they did, QPR could have been relegated. Man City wins the competition. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I'm not just saying this in regards to it being like a jinx or anything like that, but I really do think that Manchester City has the league down. I don't think that they're gonna lose any of those games, to be honest. I think Burnley might be the only one that'll be probably the difficult one to play against. I'm sorry if you guys heard that noise in the background. They'll probably be the only difficult one to play against in regards to them being a defensive team, depending on how the weather situation also is going to be at Burnley Stadium, because it rains a lot over there, right? So we'll see how that works out. So I don't think Manchester City will lose the league title now, and anything can happen in the Premier League, right? Anything can happen. These teams can lose. These teams can win. Liverpool might lose both their games. Who knows? No one knows what's going to happen, right? We're only going to see by the end of the season, by the end of the points of what the players are going to have. But I really, really don't see Man City choking the league. If Liverpool ends up winning all their games and Manchester City wins all their games, in all honesty, Liverpool kind of choked the league this year, right? They tied too many games when they were a lot of points ahead, and those ties is what's going to be the detrimental thing for them if Man City do not choke themselves, right? Because Man City can't even afford to tie a game, because if they tie a game, they'll be less than 1 point away from Liverpool, so they'll be at 90 points, and Liverpool will be at 91, right? So a tie or a loss is what Liverpool fans and myself have been hoping for Manchester City, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, this league was definitely Liverpool's responsibility. Their poor showings for the ties that they got against certain teams when they were ahead by a lot of points, it might be really detrimental by the end of the season, because with Liverpool this season, they've only lost once, right? Manchester City has lost 4 times, but Manchester City is they've only tied twice, whereas Liverpool has tied 7 times. So a lot of those ties weren't great ties to get. Some were based off of poor performances. Some wins and some wins from Man City, some wins from Liverpool. We're very lucky in regards to refereeing officials. Obviously, VAR is going to be in the league next year, so hopefully that changes the outcome of majority of the matches, because I think Liverpool even recently got very lucky against West Ham with a bunch of decisions. Chelsea against Cardiff City was a really bad one with Aspilicueta. I kind of feel sorry for Cardiff City because that game could have been really, really crucial for them. And they're at 31 points right now, and they're third last in the relegation zone right now. Obviously, Fulham and Huddersfield have already been relegated. So Cardiff City 3 points away from Brighton and 6 points away from Southampton. That Chelsea game might bite them in the ass later on. So hopefully it doesn't affect them too much, but it might, right? That's a game that they could have won because that was a goal that Azpilicueta scored, full body offside. But it is what it is. In regards to who I think is going to win the league, I think Manchester City will. Not because of the fixtures that they have. I just don't see Manchester City themselves choking the results. Hopefully they do. I am hoping that they actually do choke the results. I just don't see it happening. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video today, guys. Hopefully they do choke the results. Liverpool played well today, not to their perfect standards, because obviously they're not going to try to get injured when Champions League's coming up as well, and as well as the rest of the league. They need to be able to have their top players on top form all the time. So we'll see how everything goes. I'm looking forward to the Manchester City game on Sunday. Hopefully Burnley comes out with a result. That would be perfect. I would love that. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out, my dudes. Love you guys.